What are you going to make though with what you brought back?
Well, I thought I'd do something creative with it. It is like broccoli in a way. It's like a broccoli and a cauliflower in that sense. So I thought I'd do something.
What, that Romanesco, the one that looks
the Romanesco. It's
beautiful.
really beautiful. The patterns, it's just like, you know, gorgeous natural patterns. It's just amazing what nature can deliver. So I'm going to do Buddha's Delight. It's essentially a stir fry, and you'll see it's simple, but I hope you'll like it. To start my dish, stage one, I've got here some stock and it's bubbling away, and in it it's got some Chinese mushrooms and Chinese leaf and spring onions. I'm just going to make another one here. So basically what you do, into hot water, I've just got some simple veg stock powder or bouillon, in that goes. Some star anise, which is really useful. It's really fragrant and really aromatic and used to make a lot of Asian stocks or Chinese stocks. Then of course some sweetness. I've got some spring onions all chopped up, so all they go in there.
Those are going in the different one. So what, these
all in
mushrooms
there.
are, how long are these mushrooms going to cook then?
For about 20 minutes, basically, just to fuse all the flavours together. And I've got a whole bowl here. I've got two types. I've got the Chinese wood ear mushrooms. They just all go in whole like that. It's just to release their sort of earthy aroma. And then obviously we've also got the shiitake mushrooms as well. So it all goes in, basically.
So why have you got those mushrooms on there bubbling and those mushrooms on?
Oh no, I just want to show you what goes into the stock ingredients.
Oh,
so
I see.
basically that pot is
how you made the
basically
stock
this pot now
is
that's
what?
simmering away and it's cooked
I
down.
see.
And this stock is going to taste lovely and sweet.
Lovely.
Yeah, now to this in here, I'm going to basically just plunge in the whole Romanesco.
Oh, exciting.
Basically, yes. So all goes
like
in.
a headdress.
So it cooks down and it's just what I'm going to do is cook it for about 3 minutes to blanch the whole thing, and then I'll show you. You can come back later what I do with it.
All right. How long, by the way, how long was that stock? How long is it from there to that?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yes, just to infuse those flavours.
Could you use just water instead of using the bouillon? Could you add some homemade vegetable stock or something?
Yes, you
like
can
that?
add, absolutely. If you've got homemade vegetable stock, you can add to that. It'll taste even more intense. But this is quick, easy home cooking, you know, whatever you have in your store cupboard.
Lovely. Welcome back to Market Kitchen Big Adventure, where Matt and Ching are showcasing some of the best produce from Kent in delectable dishes. Matt, you're doing a hair ragout. How's it going?
It's going very well, thank you.
Lovely. And meanwhile, over here, we've got Buddha's Delight.
Buddha's
with
Delight.
a difference.
If I can get the delight out.
Of the pot. An enormous Klingon head.
Yeah, exactly. That's just been blanched. That's been blanched in the stock. It's got some Chinese leaf, some wood ear mushrooms, some star anise and some spring onions. So it's got lots of delicious flavours going on in there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we will serve that, but strained as a broth.
Okay.
But to continue on, the journey of Buddha's Delight, I've got here some carrots, which I've chopped, and some baby corn, and then some shiitake mushrooms.
More shiitake mushrooms?
Yes. So the rest of my ingredients, I've got the mange too, the bean sprouts, some tofu, which is just marinated tofu, and some
you could just use that nice fresh tofu as well.
Exactly.
Right.
So we want to get this wok nice and hot, and you can tell it's smoking, so you know it's ready. Then in with some groundnut oil or vegetable oil.
Right.
Give that a swirl.
And not a huge amount.
Not a huge amount, just a little bit. First we fry the carrots. Oh. So just in that goes.
Move a bit.
I'm sorry. Does it get you?
That's all right. I've got other
a bit
hands.
like that. And then in with the baby corn as well. I like my carrots quite crunchy, so I'm not going to cook them too long. It's just a simple vegetarian stir fry, really.
Yeah.
Ching, what I want to know is how you do that tossing thing, which is just so cool.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to do it. And when
Come
I do
here.
it, it's
You
all
can do
about
it. You can do it. Come over here. You can do it.
Oh, no.
It's all in the wrist action. All vegetables in.
Okay, go on.
Like so many things. Oh, my goodness.
Everything in, basically.
So what do I do? What do I do?
Everything.
Forward?
Yeah, forward.
Forward. So exciting. I can't tell you. Oh, my God.
We can come together anytime.
Fantastic. You look like a pro.
Okay.
Like one.
Wonderful. Okay, so basically all the ingredients in, some stock.
And what's it going to do with the enormous alien head?
I know, the big enormous alien head, while it's just cooling here, so it's okay to the touch, I'm just going to remove some of the florets. And basically, can you see, I just slice around it like that to get the flowers. And then I chop that bit off.
I'll eat that bit. Leave that bit for me.
And this bit is going to go in the center, like that. I put in some light soy sauce, a little bit of dark soy sauce, some sesame oil, and some oyster sauce. So it all goes in, toss it together. Whoops. That's okay. And then a little bit of ground white pepper, seasoning.
Right.
And then we're going to thicken it with some corn flour. But first, the bean sprouts. So it's a real Buddha's delight because you've got all the vegetables in.
Right. And you said thicken it.
Thicken it. Yes, I'm just going to thicken. There's a little bit of liquid,
the liquid
at the
bottom.
base. And I'm going to thicken it with a little bit of corn flour, which is just corn flour plus water.
Right.
Cold water. You need to mix that all in well. And then just gently toss it together like that.
Aha, that's how you thicken up the sauce.
And it adds a gloss. And the corn flour just combines all those flavours together.
Right.
So
That's a good tip.
That's a very good.
It's a really good tip. I have never ever used corn flour in a
so
stir
I'm ready
fry
to
ever.
plate. So I'm just going to dress.
And this is going to be eaten by everybody. Is it? There's one giant